so much of what I say is so meaningless. So here's what, we're ready to rock and roll with this. We are, oh, I got to move that because you can't really see it. We are, come here, dude. Down here. So we are going to be writing the equation of lines. Most of us teachers, like, I'm going to freak you out a little bit. I took Algebra 1 in I think in 1977. I know, shut up. Someday I'll show you how cool my hair was. Because, yeah, I feathered it. I was rocking it. So I took it in 1978. And back in the day, the only way they taught how to do this was this, right? So for all of us who are nearish 60 years old, many of the math teachers, this is our go-to. But it turned out that there might be a faster way of doing this, and it's called using what we call, this guy is called the point slope method. Has anyone, can I ask, does anyone, and you might have seen it look kind of like this in maybe another class. Can you wiggle your fingers for me if you've seen that? A few of you, yeah? Okay, so I am going to do both ways. Now, I'll be honest, by the beginning of class, I was like, oh, I only like that way. But now, after doing all these problems today, yeah, I kept going with this one. So I am going to mostly do this one today because I want to give you another tool for your tool belt. But if you are someone who likes doing it by finding y equals mx plus b, that's totally cool. You do you. We're going to start old school. We're going to start with what we're used to.
What's the one in the left corner?
This one, that's called point slope.
But what's this?
Slope intercept. Yeah. But you know what? I just call it y. I almost always put it like on your homework. You don't need to memorize the name. I will say, write it in this form because they get too similar, right? So don't sweat that. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do this first problem. We're going to do it right here. So here's what you did when you, way back in Algebra 1 and Geometry and Algebra 2, you're going to take this dude, you're going to plug him in here, and you're going to take this dude and plug him in here. Are you guys ready to do this? Let's do this together, right? So the y is 7. Easy. The m is -4. Because really what we're missing here is the b. The x is -1. And we do not know b. We're looking for that dude, right? Here's why this process is it's a little bit of a problem. Because you're like, Miss T, this is so easy. This is Algebra 1 and Geometry and Algebra 2. We've done it a million times. I gave this problem on our fall final, and think about it, and people missed it. And I'm going to tell you why they missed it. Because one of the multiple choices was that. And people, sorry, no, sorry. Well, don't put that. That would be wrong. Sorry. Because I've been doing this all day. There, better. How's that? So, that's right. So what people did was like, yay, b equals 3. I got it right. No, you didn't. Because that's not the equation of a line. This is the equation of the line. You have to go back and plug the right stuff in again. And it is very common that people get so excited after doing this math. They're like, done. And it's like, no. And I have to mark you off. And it makes me feel bad for you. So one of the reasons I like this other method that we're going to do is because when you're done with it, you're done. It all comes out nicely. It's like your clothes come out of the washing machine and dryer all folded. You don't have to fold anything. So here we go. You ready? Same problem one more time. Here's what we do. When we have a y, we're going to put the y, dude. So we're going to say y minus 7. Did I lose? And you don't even have to put the parentheses on that. Right? Just, you're good. Just y minus 7. M is the -4. And x, be careful here, minus 1. Did I lose anybody? Watch how nice this is. It's so easy, and then you're done. First thing, I'm going to be careful with that negative and make it a positive. So here's what I get. Y minus 7 equals negative 4x minus 4. Hop that 7 over. Y equals negative 4x plus 3. Look at that. It's done. You don't have to go back and plug stuff in again, right? So you do you, right? I like that. I end up making less mistakes by having it come out all done for me. Is that cool? So you pick a method. Are they both legitimate? They totally are. You do you right now. Do you now on the board. You can do it on your whiteboard. You can do it on your note paper. I don't care what you do. Do it on your friend's arm. Do it on your leg if you're wearing shorts. Whiteboard pen, by the way, it can stain clothing, so be careful if you're like wiping it with a white shirt. I love her. I love her. Really, I need to fill my camera up with this. You can use that, or you can use that other guy, right? Y minus whatever equals m times x minus whatever. I'll write that up again so you have it. Y minus this dude equals m x minus this dude. And I think that's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, because the y goes with the y. X goes with the x. The only thing you have to watch for is those minuses. Minus, minus. Sometimes that's a little dicey.
This is negative, right? This is negative 6 with y minus.
Plus. So y plus, because the negative and negative. I think I don't hear it.
Oh my goodness. Why is it there?
Yeah.
Make it harder.
Okay, here I go. You guys ready to take a look? I'm going to say y minus minus 5, which, look at this. That becomes a little baby plus, equals 2 over 3, not 3 over 2. 2 over 3, x minus minus 6, or x plus 6, right? Got a little bit of baby distribution. We're not going to cry about that because we are professionals. We're going to get 2/3 x plus, now, if you like it, remember, you could either be a canceller, right? So you could, 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Or you can go 2 times 6 and make 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 into 12 is 4, right? We're not going to freak out on that. And finally, last thing to wrap this bad boy up, we're going to subtract that 5 from both sides. Y equals 2/3 x minus 1. Could you have done it the other way? Absolutely. You do you. You do you. Right?
That's pretty accurate.
Huh? Yes.
Do you take it and you put it in?
If you're doing y equals mx plus b, you don't change it. It's just negative.
How do you take it?
Because you, Lindsay, so that was, because that was negative. And you lost the negative. You lost that negative. Okay. Ooh. Now we're going to write the equation this line, but we always need 2 things. We need a slope and we need a point. We have 2 points. That's more than I need and less than I need. So one of the things I need is a slope. Now I am going to show you something that other teachers would say is heresy. They would be like, you're not allowed to do that. But here's what. If you understand the meaning of something, then you might be able to find some cool shortcuts. So here is how you learn to find slope. Kenny's putting away the Chromebook for me. Thank you so much. You learn this. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. And that is perfect. It is lovely. It is wonderful. After 30-something years of teaching, kids blow that. And here's why they blow it. They decide that, oh, I don't know, this is X1 and this is Y1 and X2 and Y2. But then when they're putting it in, they flip them around. And the wrong one goes with the wrong one, and then their slope is screwed. So I'm going to show you a method that works every time. And if you ever do want to think that I'm doing something that is gypsy magic, it is right here. Because we're going to use the real meaning of slope. Well, the real meaning of slope is this. How many, if I start here, what's my change in ups? How many do I go up? And what is my change in over? And change, another word for that is difference. What's the difference between starting here and moving to here? What's the difference? And in math, difference means subtract, right? So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you something. You're going to be like, really? Are you kidding? That is so easy. So, real quick, I'm not even going to do it because I hate using that. If you want to use that and test me to see if this works, you're welcome to right now feel like, well, screw you, Mrs. T. I don't like your newfangled ways. I'm going to just do it the old way. I am going to show you a very cool thing. I'm going to take that -6 and that 1. And then I'm going to take the other point. Could I do them in opposite order? I could. And then I'm going to say this. I am trying to find the difference between this point and this point. And what that means is, in essence, I am subtracting this stuff. And you know what we do when we subtract? If we have like 5 minus 3, we go like this. We can change the sign. Subtracting just means change my sign. Make it different. So watch what I'm going to do. I am just simply going to say, instead of this being a -3, what's he going to change to? A +3. And instead of being a +7, what's he going to change to? A minus. I only do the second one because I'm subtracting. Now watch how this happens. It is so crazy and so easy. -6 plus 3 is -3. 1 take away 7 is -6. But it's y over x. So done. Done. Watch this. I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to flip these guys. I'm going to show you it doesn't matter at all. So I'm going to show, I'm going to do it again. So watch what I could do. I could have said, well, what if I want to do this? Mrs. Tarantino, that's going to mess everything up. And I'm going to show you it's not. Change the bottom guys. That's all. Because that means difference. Change, change. Boom. 6, 3. Done. Done. Okay. And that's because the meaning of slope is what is the difference in your y's on top? What is your difference in your x's? Right? So what's nice about this, I never have to worry about the order. I'm not going to flip them around. It's really nice. Do you have to use this? No. You like y minus y, x minus x. You do you, right? You do you. So here's what I want you to do, my little lambs. I want you to finish this problem. I've given you the m. You need to find the rest of the stuff. Which point do you use? Yeah, I don't care. Use -6 and 1 or use -3 and 7. I don't care. If you get one of your points ever has the number 17, don't pick it. It's too big. I like little numbers, right? I like numbers with zeros in them. I like numbers with ones in them, right? So go ahead and finish this up. Find the equation of this line, right? But it's got extra nut points up there. You don't need them both. Just pick one. Doesn't matter what you pick. It'll work the same way. I think I did get 13. Did you get 13? Yeah. What do you think? You like that? It's fast, huh? Yeah. Exactly, right. And I feel like that's where kids mess up though. It's like they're going to put this one and then this one, but then they'll flip this one and this one because they're using that formula. Man. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Did you get y equals 2x plus 13? We feeling okay on that? Yeah, no one's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing? Am I waiting, Justin? Okay, Justin's finishing. Hey, try one on your own, fresh, clean, however you want to do it. You got to get M, and then you got to get, you got to write the equation. However you want to do it, right? If you like y minus y, I got a lot of people over there, y1, y2 minus y1, and they're like, no, Miss T, I'm not changing it. It works for me. Then you know what? Then you do you, right? You got to know what works for you. What I need you to do is get it right, and I need you to find a way that's efficient for you.
Let's see. How'd you flip the negative the second one?
on the bottom ones? Because really what that means is we're taking the difference, and difference means opposite sides, and you only take the difference of one of them. So if I wanted to say the difference in our age, I would say I am 59 and you are 17, right? I'm not going to make both of those negative. I'm going to say 59 minus 17, right? So
On the bottom, the number that goes below.
right. Just change his signs, right?
Then of course, how much
I have an answer. Woo!
That's the same.
Don't worry about it. This is the line. This is
This one or this one?
No.
Do Y and
You just screwed up. Only use one of the points. Don't do it one. Here I go. I like putting the bigger numbers on the top, but you do you, man. Change. 10, 4.
So I'm just gonna register the first one, so Y.
You get -5/2 or -7/4 for your slope, yeah?
X minus X is the first one.
Did you get 7? Change my signs. Same thing, minus, yeah. How'd I do? Oh, I'm sorry, how did I do? No. Okay, I think I have one more to do, and I'm not, you're gonna do it. Here we go. I need 2 points. They're there. They're just a little hidden, right? They're hiding from you a little bit. They're a little hidden. So here's what. One of our points is going to be 0, something, and one of our points is going to be something, 0. Be careful. Figure out which goes where. And now I'm going to give you a little hint on this one. Some of you are going to realize after you find the slope, you don't have to do hardly any more work because B is our y-intercept. It's already up there, right? So really, to do this problem, all we need is the slope because B is already on the board. Look at this being. But if you do the whole thing by math, you're like, I didn't see that, and I did the whole thing. You'll still get the same answer. I'll just mock you for doing way more work. You're positive you don't want to go to AP. I like having it. So what we're doing. Can you give us a call? Thomas is at court. See what Thomas has to say while you're doing it.
No, that's fine.
What are you calling? It's pretty unprofessional to call your kids while
He's
you're
in jail. No, I'm not. He's in court. Remember, he got the DUI last year. Remember, I told you that.
How old is
We
he?
don't know. He's in, yeah, and you know what? 48 hours before he left the car. It was a nightmare. 48 hours. I will tell him, Kevin. It was a nightmare. And he hates that I tell you people, but I don't care.
19, right?
Huh? He turns 20 in November. Yeah, easy. Okay, so here we go. X-intercept is -6. Be careful on that one. Y-intercept is 2. Remember, I told you I have a hard time remembering which goes where. So if it says it's the X-intercept, it's telling you the X number. saying it's a y-intercept. But I tell you, I always want to do it backwards. So here I go. I'm going to get the slope. I am going to change. Whoa, so nice. 2 up here, 6 up here, 2 over 6, or 1/3 is my slope. If you want to do a bunch of math, you can, but you are welcome to say y equals 1/3 x, and b is your y-intercept plus 2. And your that's it. That is it. Can I see little fingers of my friends who got it right? Nicely done. So I want to talk to you about your worksheet for tonight. Okay, and tell you what's going on. In a few moments, I'm going to check off the blue worksheet, and I think I'm looking for graphs. That's how I did it. You got to have those graphs. So make sure you have those out. And I'm going to tell you, there's one you might want to skip on this. But it's up to you.
So if you did it like the other way,
What you get is negative 2. That's what's so cool about it. So that you know
Early graduation, sometimes you don't.
I don't think even one lesson that we're going to use to put the YM I know that I just want to basis and I'm out.
but it's one stuff.
Deixa aqui ficar na ponta. Deu bom. Deixa aqui, cuida da ponta. Cuida da ponta.
Okay, put it away. That's what you do. Every time I sit out, I think people are coming to me. The other one I like, I can't believe it got stuck.
I just think she was
I don't know.
Days. No, she was like weeks.
Well,
you
you know what I'm gonna do? I go.
She was exactly.
She did it great. It's not just changing it. She's just like staying in the corner. She's like,
So it was a lot.
in our
Yes. Oh, God, and I talked about Thomas going to court. My son is bad. He's good. He's not going to do